Hello, Flamingos, and what's going on? Oh, my last post had to be posted late. I'm sorry. And now I have to cram this one in. I got this. Oh well. Nothing I haven't handled before of making a fanfic in less than 2 hours. Which is horribly hard, especially since the recording takes an hour. But I got this. It's fine. I got 2 hours. A little bit less. Let's do this. Welcome to FNAF fanfic story. My AU, so please don't yell at me in the comment section saying I got something wrong. This is my version of the story based off my understanding. I like it this way, so please do not yell at me. I've seen so many people make FNAF things and then get like horribly yelled at because of all the things in their fanfic that wasn't like the other person. It's their AU. This one's my AU. Please don't yell at me. I know that not all of this is the way other people see it, but this is how I like to interpret it, the story. Plus, I'm a humongous Michael X Energy shipper, and I also like Chris X Nightmare. I'm not too sure who I ship Elizabeth with. I'm kind of leaning towards Charlie, but I'm not too sure. And this is where it becomes a problem for William. I ship William and Henry together, but my adorable, sweet little Sunny Bunny feature honey. please don't kill me, Sunny, because I'm pretty sure you're gonna watch this one because you love FNAF. My little pixie decided, me and her were on a call, and I was like, oh, but I kind of ship Henry x William, and I found out she does not. Which is kind of obvious. She normally goes for the straight ships rather than other ships, so she had a preference of the wife x William, which I'm gonna go with the chosen name from the internet of Clara. So yes, I decided that I'm just going to make William single so I don't have to get into a fight. I doubt it would lead into a fight, but like just so I don't have to do all the yelling, so I'm just gonna leave William alone when it comes to ships. But anyway, enough of me explaining the problems with a FNAF story. Basically, it's my AU. I believe in those ships that I told you. But the only ones that will be shown is the Michael one and maybe a little bit of the Chris one towards the end of the fanfic. Not this fanfic. I plan on making this a 3-parter just like I did the Spring Princess one. So, yeah, it's like a little mini side series for fun. Also, I really enjoy this series, and I would love to make little mini comics of it if you guys would let me. I don't have room in my gacha since I only have like 5 slots left. I'm sorry, I have a lot of friends, asking me to create characters for them because I go all out for characters for them, so, yay. I have so many friends that asking me requests for everything, and I just can't meet them all up. Oh well. Anywho, with all the warnings out of the way, let's just head right into this fanfic, because I'm super excited. I've been wanting to do a FNAF fanfic for, like, a month and a half now, so let's jump right into it. Ever since Halloween, I wanted to do a FNAF one, so it's been a couple months. I've been like, oh my god, I want to do FNAF. But no one ever let me. I posted one thing about it, and one person said no. I was like, oh, okay. But then the poll, and I won. So yes, I'm going to do this now. All right. Without further ado, let's just head right into this because it's already a long enough intro.
Hi. My name is Wyan Emily. It's nice to meet you. I'm a daughter of Henry Emily. I'm his only child from so far. I'm 5 years old, and my best friend's name is Michael Afton. How do I supposed to start this? Let's see. Sorry. I guess I should start from how we met. Well, my dad and Mikey's dad, they're really close. They work together, and they're really close friends. Somewhat, I guess. I see them arguing sometimes, but a lot of the time they're being buddies. I think they went to college together, but I'm not sure. Daddy doesn't really tell me much. He does like to teach me, though, a couple of things that he knows. He'll let me go help him out with animatronics that he tries to build. They're trying to make this pizzeria thing. Dad told me that it's like a place for parties. Like this other place we went to when I was about a couple of years ago. But that's a story for another day. Anywho, me and Mikey were born around the same time. Only months apart, actually. Mommy's not the nicest. She doesn't really seem to like Dad all that much. Even if they're married. Even so... Sorry. Even so, they still get along sometimes. Just they don't talk very much. I don't know. Same thing goes for Mikey. Except his dad's scary. Mikey always has a scar on him every time I go see him. I get worried. One time, it was recently, I saw his dad hit him. I jumped in the way and got hit myself. This caused my dad and Mikey's dad to get into a major fight. But I wasn't about to let him hurt Mikey. Me and Mikey basically had been friends since birth. Always hooked on each other. Never left each other's side. Like as if we were twins. But a little bit more than that, I guess. I love Mikey. I love Mikey so much. Even if he gets mad. And tells me that I don't really love him. But I do. He just won't admit it. And I know he loves me too. One time, me and Mikey were hanging out at the park. His older brother, Terrence.
Yes, I'm a believer in there being an older brother, Terrence. Fight me. Please don't. I don't like fighting.
was with us at the time. He was wearing his usual foxy mask. He was only older by like a year. 2 years maybe? I'm not sure. Me and Mikey were playing around in the park. He always made the mask cover his face. When I asked Mikey about it, he said he didn't want to talk about it in a gruff voice. Can't tell if he was trying to act tough or trying to hide something. I think it was a bit of both, though. It worries me what happens in that household. When I told Pop that, he told me that if I would like, I could stay a night there. So I asked Mikey. Mikey looked worried, but he agreed, with a little bit of my pushing. He said he had to hide me, though. Don't understand why. I went over to Mikey's house. And then I found out why. The thing I saw his dad do wasn't a one-time thing. It was a daily thing. Every time I would see him with a new scar, and he would tell me he was just a very clumsy guy, which I never believed, because he was never clumsy when we hang out with each other. He was very careful. Now I know why. I think I need to stay here longer than I thought I was going to. Ever since then, I never left Mikey's side. Eventually, we got older. And when we got older, more things happened. I got a sister. Her name was Charlotte. Mikey got a sister. Her name was Elizabeth. Elizabeth didn't like Mikey. She would always cry whenever she saw him. Terrence was getting really upset because for some reason, Mikey's father, William, adored her, loved her. One day, me and Mikey went to go see if Terrence was okay. He had locked himself in his room for a really long time after getting slapped in the face. The both of us entered. Terrence, are you there? There his body was, lifeless, swinging side to side, like as if it had just been happened, not that long ago. It wasn't swinging very hard, of course. It was very slight, but we were there for so long, it felt like it was moving, naturally. The both of us were quiet at first. Mikey fell to his knees. I quickly snapped out of it when I saw that. I went to Mikey's side. Right now, Mikey's probably hurting really bad. I can't focus on myself right now. Mikey's in pain. Mikey? He's... His voice was cracking. I hugged him tightly. Mikey, I'm sorry. He hugged back and cried really hard. Why do I hear crying? What are you guys... Oh! Clara started screaming. That was Mikey's mom. The both of us were crying messes. Oh! As soon William came in holding Elizabeth. Elizabeth was asleep. We went to the hospital, but Terrence didn't make it. After that, Mikey took Terrence's foxy mask and he kept it close. After that, he started getting meaner. I understood why. He had so much emotion in him. He lost his beloved brother, and the person who hurt him the worst and abused him was showing no signs of anything towards their sibling, another sibling. He was angry, but he didn't take it out. The worst part was, now that we were in school, at this point, we had just turned about, I want to say 6, 7, around there. We had just started school. It wasn't a good experience. The foxy mask made everyone bully him, push him around. I tried to step in, but that only resulted in both of us getting bullied together. There were these two major bullies. They would do anything they pleased. We would fight back, but we were no match. Not with a group of people. Kids. Me and Mikey grew distant from everyone else, only staying around each other. Some people even thought we were twins if it weren't for the way we looked so different. With my light brown hair and his dark brown hair, our two different eye colors. We look completely different. Most twins look alike, no matter the gender. Some people thought we were just different looking twins. Others knew. The bullying got worse as life continued. Eventually, both me and Mikey got another sibling.
My sibling was named Sammy, and his was named Chris. My sibling was born first, which was surprising. It seemed like as if there was a thing that made the families birth around the same time, considering me and Mikey and Elizabeth and Charlotte. They weren't the same age, but they were pretty similar. But Sammy and Chris had a significant difference when it came to age. Pop was worried for me. Really worried for me. I was always at Mikey's house, and he was worried that it was starting to get to my head with all the stuff that Mikey had to be put through. But I always told Pop that I was okay. I always knew Mikey wasn't okay on his own. I know he's not telling me something. After a while, Mikey made some friends. Me and him made friends for the first time. At first, it was all fun. We even bought masks to match Mikey. I got the bunny one. I always had a preference for Bonnie. I liked the Bonnie one. Our two other friends got the Chica and the Freddy one. We made another friend. He got a gold Freddy mask. But he didn't like to wear it. Only when he was with us alone. He was not a nice friend. He was worse than the bullies. In secret, he would hurt us all the time, but our other two friends wouldn't believe us. So we just kept quiet about it. We tried to get rid of it, but the threats that they had were too much. He started threatening us that we had to do things for him. One day they were over at Mikey's house by his request. Chris had bumped into us and got scared from the mask. Mikey was about to remove it when a hand was placed on his shoulder. This little crybaby doesn't like it? How about this? He moved his mask on and yelled a loud boo, which made Chris cry. Mikey turned around to get mad, but he gave him the look as his grip tightened on Mikey. That isn't nice, I said. He looked at me. Oh? Come on, it's just a small little joke, right? He said in a threatening voice. Let's just go over here, another one of our friends said. The one who wore the chicken mask. Whatever. After that, it was kind of like he forced Mikey into doing something when they were alone. Normally, I never left Mikey alone, but I had to talk to a teacher. And when I came back, they were talking. After that, Mikey started bullying Chris along with him. Soon their other friends joined in. I was the only one trying to make them all knock it off. Slaps behind the head, telling them to stop, making them stop occasionally, and then telling Chris to go run, while I confronted all of them. Of course, I would get punished for this by him. Mikey would know this. We would spend a lot of time cleaning up both of our wounds, and holding each other.
He threatened you to do this, didn't he?
Partially.
You're mad at Chris and Elizabeth?
No.
Are you jealous? That's okay. I understand.
How could...
Mikey, there's a reason people keep thinking we're twins.
It's not like I haven't taken hits from William, too. I know I'm not part of your family.
But
sure as hell feels like you are.
Come on.
After a long time, Mikey started to talk with our horrible friends about this prank idea. It wasn't a good idea. I told them no, but on Chris's birthday, at the FNAF 1 location, they had made a couple restaurants by this point. Pop really taught me a lot about animatronics. I had just came out of the bathroom to see them doing the prank. I ran as fast as I could. Pop taught me about animatronics. The spring locks. They have spring locks. And if Chris's tears get caught in them, they could... I yelled for them to stop. I begged for them to stop. I pleaded for them to stop as I ran. They just said it was all okay. It was just gonna be a prank. He would be fine. I tried to yell about the spring locks. Mike tried to stop. The spring locks? Mike said. Like as if he had realized something, but it was too late. I noticed for a second, my mask was missing. And the one who normally wore the golden mask was wearing it. And he had shoved Chris's head fully in the animatronic. You're too slow. Look, see, it's fun. Crunch. And there goes his head. Blood seeped from the mouth. I had fallen to the ground. No. I quickly got back up, ran to the Freddy animatronic, pushed him out of the way, and carefully worked very well, trying to remove the spring locks, managing to get Chris out. He had a humongous scar that was sliced open from the top of his head and the bottom of his neck. I tried to compress the points of him bleeding, thinking it might save his life. Quick, 911. I didn't realize, but they were already on their way. Mikey was on the floor, crying, eyes wide. Mask had fallen from his face. The other guy had ran for it, throwing my mask on the floor. No. The both of us hugged Chris. Soon the paramedics came and took Chris. Chris was in a coma, and it didn't look like he was going to make it much longer. He would be alive probably for maybe only a week. they found my mask and said that the killer was the one in the Foxy and Bonnie mask. Since the Bonnie mask was mine, they assumed it was me and Mikey that were the true killers. William was not happy. In pure anger, he killed all of us. His eyes were purple, though. I'm not sure if he was really there or not. And he looked so... Me and Mikey woke up feeling really weird. I looked over to my side to see what looked to be a Foxy animatronic. Why is this here? I go to grab it, but it grabs my hand. What is happening? What? How are you talking without programming? What are you talking about? My name is Michael Afton, and Mikey? Look down. He looked down and saw... What in the... I looked down at myself. Why are we... We were now a really twisted up version of... Maybe they were scraps that got butchered? We found a note. Maybe now you look as evil as you were. They had purposely changed. There were 2 others next to us. They had purposely changed all of us. I assumed if Mikey was next to me, and I'm here, that the Chica and Freddy one that looked horribly scary and messed up too, had to be our other 2 friends. So-called friends. Mikey? Who are you? It's me, Wyan. Wyan Emily. Henry's daughter? What happened? I don't know. A week had passed. We had no control over ourselves during certain hours of the day. We tried really hard. We found ourselves in a bedroom. A weird black bear with a bit of yellow on him, and another bear that looked golden, but a lot more scarier, appeared and took us to this room. There, we found what looked to be Chris. We tried to talk to him, but we couldn't. It was like we were being controlled by whatever we were trying to control. The others, I don't think they were able to possess theirs as well. During the day, things were fine. We would go to this weird, empty area, and things would be fine. But after a certain hour of each day, I think it was around 12, we became unable to fight what was trying to possess us. I was able to gain more control as the week progressed, to the point where I was able to almost fully control myself for the ending of that week. But it didn't work. Every time I would think I learned control, we would just lose it again. Mikey was always trying his hardest to gain control. He felt horrible for what he had done to Chris, and tried everything not to. He was able to make it where his couldn't move very much. Occasionally, it would move. his possessed animatronic would move to try to jump out of a closet, but he would try his hardest to make it where it wouldn't jump out the closet. That's why there were so many levels to trying to get him out of the closet, and why he stopped so many times. He was trying so hard not to jump out. It was hard for the both of us. One day, me and Mikey were really trying and found a way to come back. I was working on something with some extra things I was finding around the empty space we went to. And while messing around, I tried thinking about what I was like in the past. I missed my old self. I thought about myself, my old body. I heard a shriek. What the? Huh? What's wrong, Mikey? You're you. I know. Think I'm always gonna be me. No, I mean like you're human. You're you. Your old self. And what? I looked down. Flesh. Human flesh. What is this? How did you do that? I don't know. I was thinking about myself, my old body, and past memories, and Mikey instantly closed his eyes. Hold on. Not soon after, he turned into himself too. I didn't know we could do that. The both of us looked at each other. Oh. After that, we did everything in our power to escape. And we managed to. Somehow. We learned to gain control much better. To the point where we didn't even get transformed at night. It was a lot easier. After that, we had found out that Elizabeth went missing. His mom had died in a car crash. We had learned the story. We went back to my house, where I found out that Charlotte had been killed by William, and Mother had left, taking my younger brother with her. Only Dad was left. He was overjoyed to see me and Mikey. What happened to you two? Where did you guys go? We were... Can we talk inside? Quietly, in private, where no one can see? No windows? Okay. The both of us explained everything to him, then showed him our forms. We don't know how, but we're here. I'm sorry. How are you not freaking out? Suddenly, wings appeared. Dad? I missed you. Your sister. Your brother. A lot. I'm sorry. It's okay. You're protecting Michael this entire time, right? I'm sorry. There's no need to apologize, you two. Come on. You can stay here as long as you like. For a while, we stayed there. But we wanted to help. Henry would work long and painful hours at all the Freddy locations. We offered to help. Although he said it was not necessary, we somehow convinced him into letting us help. At first, we worked at the FNAF 1 location. We found out more stories about what William had did. Apparently now he was a child serial killer. Me and Mikey were not okay. At first, they all tried to attack us, but after a while, things got better. They said they wanted to get revenge. We worked there for a while. Then we went to work for the second location. The first one had burned down. All the animatronics were destroyed, and the place had burned to ashes. In the next location, we found a bunch of the old animatronics were taken there. They were in scraps, but they were still there. The soul seemed to have still been inside. We tried to fix them up best as we could, but we were missing a lot of parts. They were pretty grateful. Sadly, we couldn't do much. We stayed there through the night. We stayed there for a while, actually. We would work really hard, staying there every night, being the security guard of the place. Eventually, we moved on to the third one, which was a horror, which was a new one that Henry did not create, or Dad. I keep saying Henry, and I'm sorry, guys. That Papa had created. It's been so long since I've seen Dad that I don't know. Me and Mikey were closer than anyone. I knew a lot about him. He knew a lot about me. We were really close. A lot of the times he would ask me why I'm going along with him and not going off to live my own life. Where would I go? What's life without him? I don't want to find out. Anyway, we worked in this weird horror location. And that's where we found William. But we didn't know it was him at first. If you guys hear any background noises, I'm sorry. That noise is nothing. Anyway. Trust me, it's my leg. What was I? God damn it. We continued to work there. Eventually, more and more places started burning down. But most animatronics were saved. Eventually, we got more parts and were able to help them, which was pretty good. We found out that a lot of the possessed children are all in fact William victims. When it came to the Springtrap animatronic that literally had a corpse inside of it, we tried to talk to it, but all it seemed was angry, especially at seeing Mikey. Kind of give us a hint, but not really. We found out that after working for so long, I noticed how the puppet would stare at me for very long. By the way, at this point, me and Mikey had worked at every single location so far. The first one, the second one, and the new horror attraction. There was one location we haven't worked at yet, though. It was called Sister Location. We were supposed to be transferred there next week. I noticed how the puppet always looked at me. The Springtrap animatronic was a little bit out of control. We had to close that place down. So it was really just the first two locations. The first one we had to rebuild and fix some stuff up so that way it would be safe. I wonder where the puppet always looks. I remember when the puppet was built, Dad said he was going to build the puppet to protect my sister. Maybe that's why she's looking at me. Maybe she feels bad because she couldn't protect. Never mind. Anywho, a week had passed and we were heading to Sister Location. Their events had happened. We entered Sister Location. It wasn't the best. First, we met a animatronic called Circus Baby. Okay, guys, I'm gonna end it here, right at we met Baby. I was super dissatisfied with this because I wanted to stretch in the beginning as long as possible. But the beginning of the story is what we already know. Michael... Well, the true part that we do know is that a person named Michael is the father to somebody. William Afton's a serial killer. That part we know. William Afton killed the kids and then got killed himself because he had a spring lock failure. That part we know. So I was trying, but I wanted to stretch the beginning longer. The next two parts will probably be like all a bunch of just fun stuff that happens after the fact. Like what happens with Ennard, Baby, how will we be double dead, and other stuff. And then eventually Ships and Family Reunion, which will be the next two ones. I think the next one will be we getting settled, and then the beginning of the reunion. And then the last one will be like the end of the reunion, and then them just seeing what all has happened to Michael and finding a way for forgiveness and stuff like that. So, yes, this is my AU. This is how I see it. Please do not yell at me. But yes, I'm going to end it here. So, bye, my amigos! I hope you enjoyed. Stay safe, stay clean, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!